Hey guys, what's going on? Before we get into Jeff Bishop's Bullseye Trade of the Week, let me go through a couple of webinars that you definitely want to attend this week. And so the first one is on Monday. So Monday night, Lance from Theta Traders and I are going to do a webinar which is called Consistent Passive Profits, or the Consistent Passive Profits CPP system, which is basically how to win the last 100 or so, how we won the last 100 or so trades in a row, which is awesome. And basically 30 seconds every Sunday night we've been putting on trades and just letting them run and making lots of passive income from this. And this will be a fun event. I think it's something that is, when it's done live and you guys that watch the channel can come and hang out and chat about this and ask questions and things as we talk about how we're able to do this, is something that should be a lot of fun. So check the description below, go and put your email address in, make sure that you get notified when we start. Also make sure you subscribe to the channel because you'll also get a notification when we start the webinar on YouTube Live as well, so that'll help make sure you don't miss this. So that's the first one. And then on Tuesday there is another one from Jason Bond. Jason's really making a name for himself at the moment with his small account journey, where he's turned $2,000 into $20,000 or $25,000 in 81 days, which has been fantastic. He's running a masterclass on Tuesday, so middle of the day on Tuesday. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can go and put your name and your email in. You got to do that before Tuesday though, so they want everybody registered on Monday or before Monday. And so if you go into that, he's going to be talking about how he's able to now take this whole small account journey thing to the next level. So, and he's like been limiting the gains or the possible profits with small account journey per trade. And so he's found out a way that he's been testing which takes the gains to the 100, 200, 300% profit levels, as opposed to being restricted to 25, 30, 40% gains on a small account journey. So it's like small account journey on steroids, which is really cool. So make sure you check that out as well. Hopefully he goes into a lot of details about how he's doing that and how he's extending the potential reward without really giving up too much of the risk management part of small account journey. It's called Strike Raider Masterclass. That's on Tuesday. Make sure you're registered by Monday midnight. So good. So let's close these. Get rid of this guy as well. So this week's Bullseye trades, for you guys that don't know, if you check the description below, I keep a review log basically of all the Bullseye trades. So go there. This is the article, and I have lots of stuff on here from interviews with Jeff Bishop himself, like this one right here. And also like the whole list of trades from the start of 2022. It's already the second half of 2023, which is scary. We're in the second half now, and I keep a list and a record of the trades. I do videos like these every week on the particular trade. Sometimes I post them in here, sometimes I don't. I used to post them more, so like these ones down here. But these days I usually just post a one-line summary in the article and then go into the details of the trade for people that don't have the service like within this video like itself. So every morning on Mondays every week you get this email from Jeff Bishop. It's a Bullseye pick of the week. This week was coin, C-O-I-N. And so he started off, he said how well he did on last week's BA calls overnight, 100%, which was awesome. Difficult trade, but it looked like he got that, which is cool. So looking down here, and he's saying, like, this is what he sort of says in the emails. He says, there's one sector that really has my attention at the moment, though, and that is crypto. Many of the big crypto stocks have made 100% moves in the last few weeks, even though the gains for crypto itself have been much lower. So interesting, so the crypto stocks have been moving more than the actual cryptocurrencies themselves. So he says, I do not think this pop is going to last, and we're going to see a lot of declines soon. My top target to bet against this week is Coinbase. I'm looking to buy puts on it this week in hopes to profit from a decline. Betting against stocks is a tricky business, so let me show you how to do it. And then he talks about this stuff. He goes on, he says, my plan for coin is to wait and look for a little rally after what looks like opening weakness, getting started on put options. If I'm wrong, I think we'll see coin close above 112. If I'm right, I think we'll see 100 taken out quickly. Now drop to the $90 range is coming in. So here's where he went wrong, and I'm going to go through the trade a little bit here, and this is part of the problem here. He said, keep in mind that coin has earnings coming up on August 3rd. That's why I'm going with contracts that only have 2 weeks to expiration. It's a big mistake. The fact that they have earnings coming up made it that you'd have to, because he doesn't want to hold through earnings, made it that you'd have to take contracts that only have 2 weeks into expiration. And if you know much about options trading, you'll know that the problem with short expirations like this when you're swing trading is that time decay starts to creep up on you and starts to gnaw away at the options price, even if the underlying stock is going in the right direction. And that's what we definitely saw in coin this week. So let's start by looking at the actual underlying. So this was the contracts that you chose, July 28th, $100 puts near $5. And what I did is I plotted here, this is coin, from the 17th, which is the Monday. So this is Monday on the left, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. And so it's hard to see the scale, but we had a range here from 110 all the way down to 100 at 10% move in the underlying. Now, people that watch the Bullseye reviews that I do every week know that I usually wait for a decent move in the price, right? So you don't want to buy puts on a dip, for example. So you don't wait for a dip to buy the puts, you wait for a little spike, and that's what he said to do. So there's a good chance that people would have been getting in here. I sat this one out, by the way. People would be getting in on here on a Tuesday or here on this spike here. So there was a potential to get on 109 down to a $100 drop, 10% drop on this stock, which is fantastic. This should have been a nice winner if people had just been a little patient and waited for some of these spikes, as he said in his narrative, right, and his due diligence here. Now, the only thing is it didn't take out the $100. It hit $100 right at the end of the week and kind of just halted here. It broke down to 99 at one point on the Friday right here. So it just kind of, it's hard to see on this range, right? But it's actually a significant, if you timed it, it's quite a significant drop towards the end of the week, which is really nice. However, here's the problem. So if we go to the contracts, so we go to the actual contracts right here. So he did the July 28th $100 puts. So let's go July 28th $100 puts. So here, July 28th $100 puts. Just going to send them over here. So now what we have is a plot of those contracts. Oops. Just going to go studies, edit studies, going to get rid of the open interest and the theoretical option pricing. So this is now from the left here, from the 17th. So this is now the option pricing as a function of time from Monday to Friday. And you can see that even though that we had that really nice drop, the options contracts actually went down. So the puts price should have gone up, but they actually went down for the overall kind of level effect, right? So pretty disappointing, really. If you'd bought at 5, you'd ended up around 4 or 5 at the exit. So you can see that in this case, we don't match, the options contracts don't match the underlying stock, and that's because the expiration was only 2 weeks out, and the value of these, even though the underlying was going down, the put option price wasn't going up much as it should have been, just because of time decay was starting to eat away at these. So you end up with this rather level looking plot compared to the underlying, which actually showed what should have been a nice drop. So you'd think you'd have been able to get in up here or here and get a nice drop. It just wasn't the case. So a really difficult trade. It may work next week. I know Jeff and other people are still holding this, but unfortunately time decay really got this one. It's a shame because I think it looked like it worked quite well by all normal standards of Bullseye trades. And unfortunately the expiration was just off on these trades. Incidentally, apparently something like 86% of put options expire worthless because the time decay, really eats them up. You can take advantage of that by being on the sell side, which is what Lance and people and I do on thetatraders.com. Let's see what people are saying. So people are saying coin is not working like I hoped because of time decay. This is why I always like to be an option seller. Yeah. But if it breaks cleanly below. So he still thinks it might work, but I think a lot of people are just a bit. This guy timed it, or this person timed it really well, 270 to 380. That was right on the drop, so they managed to get in and out you know, without time decay hurting them too much. So that's good. Okay, well, hopefully that's helpful. I looked at it on here as well. This is trading view with Lux Algo. There wasn't any Lux Algo indicator systems that would indicate a short on this at all. In fact, it was a buy on the Thursday the week before, and then really kind of just chopping around. This last week, and then this was this drop. So really nothing on Lux Algo that suggested an entry or an exit or anything. So nothing too exciting there either. Anyway, make sure you check out the description box for the reviews, for the webinar registrations, and all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you guys soon.